Leaked images shared on social media this morning are currently stoking speculation about a possible new Russian high-energy laser-directed energy weapon system designed to destroy hostile targets with ranges of up to 5 kilometers. Multiple news outlets report that new laser gun systems based on Boz chassis and was spotted at NPO Advent's facility in St. Petersburg. Supposedly, the new weapon system is designed for detecting, tracking, hitting air targets and incinerating enemy drones at a distance of up to 5 kilometers. It can be used on any stationary and mobile objects of military and special purpose. Russian mobile air defense system reportedly using a chemical oxygen iodine laser, COIL. The choice of COIL may have been simply determined by its availability and low risk as a means of demonstrating and proving other more sensitive system components. According to open sources, the main benefits of using a directed energy weapon over conventional missile interceptors are lower costs per shot, an unlimited magazine, lower operational costs, and less manpower. Though the system may not cost less than missiles, operating it has lower life cycle costs. Russia's army has received its first laser combat weapon. The Peresbit high-energy laser weapon was declared operational on December 1, 2018. Key details about the laser, including its power and even purpose, are still a mystery, with Moscow declaring it is not time yet for details. According to the state-owned TASS news agency, Peresbit firing units began being delivered to Russian army units in 2017. The weapons appear trailer-mounted, normally concealed inside an armored shroud. The system looks similar to the U.S. Navy's laser weapon system, LAWS, which went to sea on the warship USS Ponce in 2017. Peresbit was announced by Russian President Vladimir Putin on March 1, 2018. The name was chosen by Russian citizens after a round of online voting. According to RT, another Russian state media source, Alexander Peresbit was a famous warrior monk who fought at the 1380 Battle of Kulikovo, which ended the Mongol domination of medieval Russia. Details about Peresbit are lacking, including: we have no idea how it finds targets, the wattage output of the laser. The US Army expects to field a 50 kilowatt laser weapon in 2023, or even what the targets are. What it is destined to shoot is ultimately a function of its power. A lower-powered laser would only be useful for burning small drones and blinding electro-optical devices, including human eyeballs, while a more powerful laser would be dangerous to larger drones and small manned aircraft. Sputnik, also a media outlet under Russian government control, published a short Russian Ministry of Defense video showing off the new laser system. The nearly minute-long video consists entirely of Peresbit slowly emerging from behind a barrier, a hand on a joystick, and the laser retreating behind the barrier again. Another video distributed by state-run RT shows at least 2 Peresbit systems in a convoy. In March, Putin discussed the laser weapon system and stated, "I do not want to reveal more details. It is not the time yet." But experts will understand that with such weaponry, Russia's capacities for defending itself have multiplied. Since the first laser was demonstrated in 1960, there has been speculation about and growing interest in using the technology as a weapon, starting in 1963, with a classified U.S. Department of Defense (DoD) conference to assess the military potential of lasers. For the following 4 decades, however, size, weight, and power (SWaP) were critical issues that prevented lasers from assuming a practical role in defense planning. With sufficient resources, the chemical lasers of the time could generate enough power to damage a target, but only could be carried by the largest available platforms and, needing replenishment of the chemicals used, could only be fired for a limited time before returning to base. In recent years, however, solid-state (SSL) and fiber lasers that include high-energy lithium-ion batteries have made high-energy lasers practical and potentially as ubiquitous in combat as unmanned vehicles. While Russia claims to have deployed operational lasers, there is no proof that any laser weapon system actually has been deployed as more than a prototype. That, however, is about to change. The idea that this is 5 or 10 years away is no longer the case, says Chris Frey, director of short-range air defense at Northrop Grumman Corporation. In the fight, there tends not to be a silver bullet, so the services are looking at a mix of different solutions, each with its strengths and weaknesses. So it is critical to have a system that can pull all that together, so you can defend against 30 threats in the sky or a half dozen on the ground. Doing that gets the maximum effect out of any of these technologies. Evan Hunt, Director of Business Development for High-Energy Lasers and Counter-Unmanned Systems at the Raytheon Technology Corporation. Intelligence and Space segment, says he agrees. Laser weapons will be a core part of layered air defense employed by DoD and its coalition allies. That means laser weapons in any integrated system we have protecting serious assets in our territories. In 5 years, any large base that needs to defend its assets will have laser weapons, regardless of service. As for Russia's claims, he adds, not all laser weapons are created equal. It's easy to throw together a laser weapon and claim it is high power. You can buy lasers from industry, combine them on a truck. But for those who actually deal with targets as needed, it's an entirely different scenario. Raytheon, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin Corporation and others have been testing prototype lasers on Army Stryker combat vehicles, Navy ships, Air Force planes, and fixed facilities for all services for most of this century. Now, they say, many of those prototype demonstrators are ready to become programs of record, getting into the hands of warfighters in the next 2 or 3 years, perhaps sooner. Last October, we integrated the Athena Advanced Tactical High-Energy Asset into an existing Army infrastructure, and the Air Force Strategic Development and Training Office spent a day training 2 airmen, who then went against a number of different Class 1 and 2 UAV systems, and we achieved greater than 88% effectiveness, says Paul Shattuck, Director of Directed Energy Systems at Lockheed Martin Space Systems in Sunnyvale, Calif. We also networked an external radar into the command and control system, Shattuck continues. That was truly a full-up battlefield demonstration of the system, putting a prototype into a realistic operation and showing its effectiveness. We continue to mature our spectral beam combined fiber laser technology to combine higher power lasers in a package that is smaller in size and weight, with a higher conversion of electrical power in the light going out the laser. A lot of work also is ongoing in developing the control systems for laser weapons and in battle damage assessment. Industry experts won't predict which service will deploy laser weapons as a standard part of their systems first, but the Army and Navy are moving forward quickly to place high-energy lasers into service as a major part of their air defense capabilities.